much day to day. With John's diagnosis of Alzheimer's, it had become more and more difficult to, particularly during the day, to let him know changes in plans, what was going on, because you don't really answer the phone, and he won't use email. So the memory board is just such a simple way to communicate, and particularly for me to be able to tell John what the activities are of the day, updates throughout the day, and then of course adding these photos has been just terrific. It's fun for both of us, but particularly for John to kind of particularly see if someone's coming by during the day, because then I'll post a photo. So it brings communication, it brings joy, and I think that has been just terrific. I don't know, John, what would you say about the memory board? What do you like about it?
Well, I think I like it with Andy being with us.
Our son, that's our son.
And you know, what he's going to do today or tomorrow and why, and what does he want to do with us, and that's really good.
Yeah, no, it's been very helpful from a communication. In fact, I think it could help everybody. Ours is a little different because of John's diagnosis, but you know, it'd be helpful for anybody to really have a tool like this.
Yeah.
We've kept it pretty simple as far as the messages that we send with Memoryboard. I think mainly for our uses, every morning, I put up what are going to be the activities of the day, and then I try to also include pictures of what reflects the day. So if it's a Giants game, we post Giants pictures of all of us. If it's the grandkids are coming by, we put those up. And we've really become John has become quite dependent on it. So if I come down for coffee in the morning and I haven't posted yet, John always says, What's going on? Why aren't I hearing the bing, so that I can know what's happening with the memory board and what we're doing today. So that's been very helpful. And then as I'm out during the day, since John really doesn't answer the phone, it's great to say I'm going to be 15 minutes, I'm going to be a little late, or somebody else is coming by. It's this update concept, particularly for someone with Alzheimer's or dementia, has been such a simple tool and just really perfect. Yes. A special moment was really when we started. I think John was kind of wondering what this was about, as he would, even I did, and you know, what was really the purpose of it. And so when I first posted, and particularly as I said, that little noise that made John realize something was coming up, I think he was so excited to see something so simple and what we were doing for that day. And so that moment was really great. And I think as I continue to know every day it's a good moment, because every day you're waiting for what that's going to say. Occasionally when we have a lot of people over, say Thanksgiving or a holiday, that can be overwhelming to John. And it helps to really say, here's what's happening on that, say Thanksgiving, what time people are coming, and then to also show pictures of who's coming. And then he identifies who's going to walk in the door, and I'll do that even if people are stopping by, and I'll go back. It's kind of fun. Like we have lots of friends, and I'll go back sometimes 5-10 years to find pictures and post pictures. So that's fun for me to do and find them, and I think it really helps John memory-wise just remember the role these people have played in our lives. Any special moments, John, that you've had with the memory board, or?
I have it every morning. Really, you know, and I like to know where she's going and who's going where, and you know, and it makes me feel good.
I think anytime you're a caregiver, communication is just so important, and it's just hard to know sometimes how to do that. So, you know, it used to be I'd sit down with John and say, okay, here's what we're doing today. And I still do that, and we look at the memory board at the same time. But it has just given me another tool of communication that is so important. I think as the caregiver also, I don't know, there's just some joy that comes of using the memory board, of, you know, telling John what's going to happen today and reminding myself. It's such a wonderful tool to remind John not only what's happening, but to update him throughout the day of any changes. So it's mainly just, you know, when you're a caregiver full time, it's anything that can make things a little easier in your life and bring a little more comfort and joy, particularly to the person you're caring for. It's pretty special. If someone was asking me about Memoryboard and would I recommend it, I think both John and I would say absolutely.
Right. Give it a try.
Give it a try. Yeah, it's easy to use.
See what you think.
Yeah, I think also we have kept it very simple. It's been mainly communication between John and myself, whereas I think often of my mother who's passed away, but in an assisted living, and her memory was very strong. So I just so wish I had had this tool, because she was in Iowa, we're in California. I could have, during the day, reached out to her, updated her on her great-grandchildren, sent her photos. I mean, she has 6 children and 1 million grandchildren and great-grandchildren, and it would have really been lovely for her throughout her day to have heard from different people. So it just depends on what's going on in your life. It's a tool that you can use, expand for whatever the purpose is. As I said, we've kept it pretty simple, but yeah, I think that I'd highly recommend it. Wouldn't you, John?
Yeah, I was going to say that, you know, the people who are in those situations,
like assisted living,
this would be perfect. And the people who work it there.
Yes. I mean, the other thing that when people are at our house, because I'm not there 24/7, say my son or daughter are there, or a friend has stopped by to kind of spend time with John while I'm out, I can update them too. I mean, it's great that I can say even there's milk in the refrigerator, or feel free to have a sandwich. I mean, it's a tool that is great for John, it's great for the caregiver, and it's great for caregiving in general.
Right.